Hola YouTube, this is Ardwulf, and I'm coming to you with some more content from Neverwinter from Cryptic Studios. This is day 2 of the open beta, quote-unquote, soft launch. There have been a number of issues, including some fairly serious lag issues yesterday, which got ironed out. And there have been some server stability problems today, but most of the game's been up, and fortunately the game is relatively fun. Now what we have here is the Tower District, which is zone number 3, 4 if you count the tutorial. When you start the game, you're sort of on that beach, and you do a little bit of beach content. Then you go into the, oh, I don't remember what it's called. Let's see here. It's called the Protector's Enclave, which is like the main city zone that you spend. It's kind of like the central hub zone of the entire game. And you do some content there, and that takes you to about level 5. And then at level 5, you go to the Black Lake District. And then around level 10, you come here. Contest started, which just happened. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. I don't know what this guy does. So it looks like collect 5 many arrows insignias from orcs in the Tower District.
Is there anything else?
I don't believe that will be a problem. As I recall, we kill a large number of orcs in this zone. There's a couple of quests in here.
Tribe has claimed this area of the city, and
And I've been in this zone before during the closed beta, but not so far since launch. So
the Many Arrows orcs are known for their savagery.
I don't actually remember this bounty guy, but that doesn't mean he wasn't there before.
Torturing our soldiers around
I am kind of a dunderhead.
On the rise south of the Fallen Tower Tavern.
So the backstory is that the city of Neverwinter has basically been trashed, and this guy named Lord Neverwinter has reconquered a part of it. We also have a tavern here, which I think we have to go into for some reason.
The alteration.
Yeah, which is really a hell of a tavern. There's a campfire in here. So we got this person.
Silly weaklings, come.
Okay, I'm not sure why I was supposed to talk to her.
Thirsty patrons today. Hey, got a minute? I've got orders to fill, and my servers disappeared on me.
Some action there. Since you'll notice I'm level 10 now. Also, you'll notice it's a different character if you've watched the previous videos. I did switch back to the control wizard, which I'm personally enjoying quite a bit more. So there's that. So we need beer mugs. Distribute them to some patrons. Not a lot to this particular quest. It'd be nice if this kicked me to level 11. I have a feeling it won't. It is kind of a bullshit quest. In the grand old World of Warcraft tradition.
Thanks for the help. No one gave me money.
Actually, that's a lot of XP for that. Alright, so let's take a look at what I've just unlocked. Now, a bunch of stuff unlocks at level 10, and that's including crafting, which is something that I'm going to get to. I've earned a power point, so let's increase this ability to rank 2. And I get a feat point, and I'm pursuing this thaumaturge tree. So let's go with that. Let's dismiss this. And let me manage my crafting real quick. I get XP for that as well. I have no particular desire to... I'm going to do this one. Crafting will be the subject of a future video. I'm not going to get into it right now. I just wanted to get my crafting mission out of the way, and then we're going to go out here and do more tower defense stuff. It's rather loud. Alright, so, looking at our map, we've got a bunch of orcs down here. Pretty much all the objectives that we have are down that way, so let's head down there. Let's look at that, actually. Into the tower.
You looking for work?
Climb the fallen tower and investigate. I don't remember this. So the fallen tower is actually this inn. Okay, let's go back in, because I've missed something. Let's pull up our quest journal and so the tower quest is the one that I am tracking right now, and evidently I don't go inside. Oh, look at this, we've got a little nature node back here. Now, crafting turns out to work a little differently than I expected. So, it may work out differently than you expected too. Maybe you know more about it than I did coming in. So, I'm just starting to learn about it. That's why I don't really want to get into it in this particular video. So, not really sure where the... I think that just gave me a message in French. Actually, this is totally the tower quest. Oh, look at this business.
The locals around here seem pretty used to the thing, but the blue fire still gives me no relief.
Alright, I want to see who else is up here before I undertake this extremely foolish-looking task of jumping in this thing.
And stood face to face with an old archmage's ghostly form. Just about messed me pants. The old ghost was pretty kind, though. So matter of fact.
Okay. Let's get some ghosts here. Well, this is very interesting.
Who approaches the Archmage Rigvan? A visitor. The magic I knew and the magic you now wield are very different. With the collapse of the Weave, many who knew... Very well, mortal.
Well, that's a little weird. I don't remember that quest from the closed beta. Doesn't mean it wasn't there, it just means if it was, I missed it, which is completely plausible.
Oh, hello.
Or I don't remember it, which is also plausible.
Rickvin mentioned parts of the old weave which allowed this spell to work.
Alright, so now let's look at the map again and see what we got. So
now
now everything that we're looking to do is down in that one area. So let's head down there, kill a bunch of stuff.
Concentrated spots would remain stable enough to allow you to cast Ghost Sound. Here, I'll mark the location.
But press the minus button to silence that yokel. So this part of the city is obviously overrun by orcs and players. I actually did a little bit of the PvP earlier today too. It is very profitable in terms of XP yield, I noticed. Nice new little encounter AoE ability that I picked up. I'm on fire. Fantastic. Fortunately, I've got tons of potions, which is good because I just wasted one walking out of the fire like a dickhole. You know, most games, being in the fire doesn't actually damage you. It's always, to me, it always adds a little bit of verisimilitude to have the fire actually damage you. So I actually like that. We got some guys that spawned right on top of me here. Oh, fantastic. Damn, I died. As you can see, it's pretty hectic in here. I'm gonna release. I hadn't really made any progress. Now this will injure me. This is worth mentioning. This is the death penalty in Neverwinter. So every 5 minutes, my currently minor leg injury will roll down a category. So after 2.5 minutes, you're
Hail, adventurer.
use an injury kit or stand near a campfire for 3 minutes. So fortunately, I have injury kits. There's no reason for me to stand here. Let's go back down here. We need to kill some more orcs. We need to still find these many arrows insignias, which I haven't seen a one of yet. In that case, you know, I just had like 3 or 4 different levels of spawns climbing on top of me. These guys aren't that tough normally. Although they're, you know, this is the most, I would say, most tightly balanced zone yet in the game. And I'm not sure how far past this zone I got exactly in the closed beta. So even my my daily ability didn't bail me out of that one. That's exactly where I died too. And see, this is what I mean. These guys are just choke right on top of me. good, because I could use the extra healing potions after that. Let's rescue this guy. These portable altars can be kind of handy. Pinned in the corner here. Alright. So that's one objective out of the way. You know, I could swear that ability is just not doing anything to these guys. It could be nuts. On the other hand, they're dropping tons of loot. So there's that. Dodging out of these guys' way. Of course, I am finding these portable altars too. Those are actually good to be temporary campfires. Okay, so maybe I was just having some bad luck there, but it seems like that particular ability, the name of which I don't recall, is actually doing a fair amount of damage, so. Have I gotten any of these, you know, it looks like I have gotten, oops, here's some dudes right here. These guys are going to land on me if I'm not careful here. Trying not to use these these potions in the middle of combat so that I can save them. I'm getting tons of identification scrolls. It seems like the loot ratio has gone way up in this particular zone. Okay, so examine the discarded spellbook. Alright, so here's one. Nope, evidently not. So I've actually got to kill orcs to get these discarded spellbooks, which is fine. I'm all about killing orcs anyway. Okay, so let's hope this will actually work and I won't get jumped on. Since I've got a bunch of these, I'm going to drop this. And here's an altar. And it'll outlast, unless I'm very much mistaken, it will outlast this combat too. So I can heal after. Yeah, there we go. That's good. See if that'll work the second time. So I don't really need to kill that many of these guys. Get enough spell books to settle this particular quest. I don't know what residuum is or does, but I'm sure it's helpful. So. Alright, so now return to where I was before. So we got to get back through this rather hazardous zone. The altar's still down? It is not. It's okay. That is how that daily is supposed to work. Kill everything in sight. These torturers are really quite tough. These battle-tested orcs are really quite tough as well. Let's use more of those kits. I'm burning a lot of health push of the more kits. Now the kits don't work all the time, which is a little bit annoying, but still, it's nice to have them. Let's these because I feel like I have... I don't know, it's probably stupid to do that, actually. The altar can provide me enough healing over the course of a couple of rounds of combat to get me through a couple of different fights. That's exactly where I got killed earlier. And these guys in the front are kind of chumps. Now you might notice that I have a foundry quest in my quest tracker right now. I can complete an eligible foundry quest. When last I checked, it was admittedly earlier in the day,
Look at these.
foundry content was not available for play. Don't know if you could like design foundry content, which is kind of in its own part of the game. To answer somebody's question on a previous video, one thing I don't like to do is sit there and micromanage my equipment
Before we secured the road between
in a single round of fighting. So I don't really fool around with that.
We're willing to pay for services rent. I'm looking for many arrows and insignias. Is there anything else?
So, many arrows, treasure chests. How many of these do I have? Ooh, look at that. I have 10 of these. What's in here? Okay, so let's open that up, see what's in there. An unidentified item. Alright, so, well, we got plenty of identification scrolls, that's for sure.
a moment of your time.
Alright, so, this orb. Equivalent to what we're using. This is a lockbox. I'm putting those in the bank right now. You can. These are, of course, one of the primary ways that you,
A moment of your
or the
time.
cryptic, I should say, gets money from you is by dropping these lockboxes, which you have to use keys that you buy in the cryptic store to unlock. So it's not something I'm terribly interested in messing around with at the moment. This is an Arcana kit, which means it's garbage for me. I would call this roughly equivalent to what I'm using. Not my class, not my class, not my class. These are an upgrade, so let's equip those. Some bones, not my class. Some more new shoes. Power, defense, and deflection. That's a good question. I'm going to take these, actually, in preference to the other ones. On the assumption, which may or may not be well founded. Look at this. This requires level 14, so let's hang on to that for a while. And this Ring of Vitality we can equip because we actually have an open ring slot. So, we can get rid of the rest of this crap. We're piling up a fair amount of money now. You may notice I've got a little stash of kits here too that I can use. So it looks like we now have another round of... How did these orcs get here? Anyway, look at the map. Okay, this takes me into a different part of the zone. I have to recover the lost dispatch from the courier bag. The previous rounds of content aren't anything to go by. The glowy trail will take me right to this. of the lost dispatch. This person. This is actually a
My
new
mistress
quest.
sent me out here to gather the lost specimens, but I have just discovered I have terrible fear of being killed by orcs. I think I'm safe here, but I dare not go out there. I don't suppose you'd gather the specimens for me and take them to Riftel Farside. She found these fiery bugs on the slopes of Mount Hope now. She calls them her elemental weevils. I'm sure she'll
Elemental
reward me for
weevils. That's
returning them.
fantastic.
Careful picking them up. They are hot.
That AoE attack does a ton of damage. I would really like to stay out of it. Four. And did I see another one up here? I might if I did. And we need one more, and there's these scrying stones, and they appear to be kind of like the Vistas in Guild Wars 2. It's kind of an interesting piece of content that doesn't actually seem to have any in-game effect or experience yield of any kind. We just got a new portable altar. Let's drop one. Oh, you know what? We forgot to do this. We get a PowerPoint. I guess I can pull this entangling force down. This gives me a new encounter ability. Yep, that's the R button. We didn't get it all. New task, the broker.
It's an auction.
Which is a quest, which is go sell something. Yay. Get this. It's actually a pretty cool ability. Pretty cool looking ability. Since mobs in Neverwinter always seem to show up in batches, not really clear that it's as worthwhile as you'd like it to be, but still, it's pretty cool. It's cool looking. Oh, here's another one of those things. Alright, so we need to go back to that lady. We we don't really want to deal with that. Where's our objective here? I really don't want to walk past it. Okay. It's up on this end of the zone, which I haven't actually been up to yet. At least not in this round of play. So we're going to get to see, in the context of this video, quite a bit of this zone. Probably a little more than I had planned, but that's okay. I don't mind long videos. They just take a long time to upload. And I do hope that this video series has given you a decent taste. If you're on the fence about Neverwinter, which there's not any really good reason to be, since it is a free-to-play game and you can just download it. If you are on the fence, we got a couple of quests down here too. Let's turn in what we currently have first.
Ready to help? Well done. Carry on.
Certainly up to the point that I have gotten in this game.
Only problems we have around.
It's pretty easy to advance. There's no real reason to be on the fence about this game, though. It's free to play. You can try it. If you don't like it, hey, great. You wasted some time that it took to download it. But other than that, here we got a bounty guy. This guy is asking for more many arrows insignias. Do I have any? I do, but not enough.
I'll provide you with something for my
Seal vendor. Okay, so this guy wants 30 seals of the lion for stuff, and it's all gear that appears to be higher level than I am. So we'll disregard that for now.
History is our greatest teacher.
How are you, friend? Oh, thank you for returning my elemental weevils. They were extremely difficult to procure, even more so now that Hope knows a volcanic ruin. And don't worry about Jared. She needs to learn to get herself out of difficult situations.
Alright, so what are we doing now?
No teacher like experience.
Now we've got some sewers down here. Got a city gate around here, I wonder.
History is our greatest teacher.
Not really. That's okay. Okay, so it looks like we're going to head into a dungeon here. Which, I actually rather like the dungeon experience in Neverwinter from what I've seen. So, what's this? This is leading me to complete the Orc Assault Skirmish. Okay, so by clicking the L key, I get this level 13 Skirmish. You know what? Let's try that. Did I just queue for it or not? So I click the L button, and this it's like the home screen that tells you what content is going on at the moment in Neverwinter. So you've got this, which is above my level. This, which is a dungeon of some kind. I'm not even sure what that is. Grant quest. Well, let's ignore that for now, and let's queue for this. 13, I'm level 12. Am I not eligible for it yet, or what? That's weird. It doesn't seem to be queuing me. That's odd. Alright, well, let's disregard that for now, and let's go deal with this sewer business right here. I wonder if it's because I'm not level 13 yet. That's very plausible. Although you would think that if that were the case... And there are traps, I'm not sure I've shown these on any videos yet. There I am, fucking standing on one. There are traps in these dungeons. Knock down wood. And some of them do actually quite a bit of damage, too. This one's like some kind of dark trap. And you can often see them where they're placed if you're paying attention. If you're just tooling through a dungeon like you might in World of Warcraft, then chances are pretty good you won't notice them. Ah. See what I mean? We're gonna go back to the start here and get that campfire. We do have a good supply, though, of we have 3 portable altars. Still got another lockbox there at some point, too. Haven't opened one of those yet, and probably won't. Although, I will probably spring for some points at some point here. I'm enjoying the game so far. I see no reason to be exceptionally cheap with it. See, that worked out rather well. That's my new ability, although it didn't. The animation didn't seem to fire, which does seem to happen with this game. Actually, is the animations don't always quite work. Might be something in here that's interesting. There is. This looks like a lore object. Yep. I'm not really paying much attention to this stuff personally, but if you're into lore. This setting, the Forgotten Realm, if you don't know, is a hugely detailed fantasy world. Probably the most, I would say, the most detailed fantasy setting ever designed specifically for gaming, with one exception that I'm not going to get into, although you have my congratulations if you do know what I'm talking about.
You are the gate!
More portable altars. Never hurts to have more of those, as you've seen how handy they are in this video, I think. This is Dungeoneering, which we don't have any Dungeoneering kits. Well, I seem to have almost every other one. Plus I can just use Arcana. So, the 3 encounter level abilities that I have are all on separate cooldowns. And by stacking them together, even on that tougher than Mook mob, I'm getting pretty good results. So it seemed like where I was with the Great Weapon Fighter, which was level 7, maybe there was a gap in there that I've told the class in general does very good sustained damage, much better than the Control Wizard, but the Control Wizard does better burst, which I find highly believable. even sure. Kill Car Nevrim. That's the first I've actually taken notice of the actual objective in this place. Single malt aged to perfection. Fantastic. Alright, since we appear to be in a decent spot to do it, I'm going to drop an altar. It's probably one right around the corner, of course. I probably should have done this a little farther up the hallway, but that's okay. And if we look right here, we can see that there is what appears to be a trap. And we took regular damage from it, so much for dodging it. Going back to heal some more. This is why I should have. So now I'm throwing my regular attack at him. I had him paralyzed and hanging up in the air, beta-rigging him, as it were. And I had a dot on him from another encounter level ability. Let's back up here. Oh, great. Ooh, that guy's healing him. And he set me on fire, which is annoying. I hate being set on fire. Look by your mini-map to see the upcoming contests. Contests. I don't even know what that means. No active event. So that must mean that there's some kind of world event taking place at this particular time, or soon anyway. Or at least that there was, and that it's now over. So I'm not sure what that means, but there seems to be a lot of that in this game. The only things I've done some of the skirmishes, which I will probably show you in a future video, possibly. I was actually hoping to show you in this video, but I think we will do it in the next video, which I think we're going to have to get back to. I think we will have to get back to our quest hub and then have a part 2 of this video. Sorry, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so there. So here's where we're going. We have. This place is pretty big. Some of these are quite large, actually. There is our boss, and we do have our daily up, so we can use it for that. I figured take the boss, and at least in this case, take the boss down first, because the trash are relative chumps. Alright, so let's take a quick look at what we have for gear here. I don't like to micromanage this. This is a level 11 item. I'm using level 7, so we'll just equip that right now. Since this leveling... Okay, that's just sellable junk. Panic Kit I don't need. These are unidentified, so we'll figure out what those are. Devoted Cleric, not me. This can be sold. Okay, so offhand, this looks useful. There's another one of these. And that looks useful. It's orb. I'm not really sure I see the use in that. So the rest of these... Oh, wait a minute. That's nice. Alright, so all this stuff. And actually, interestingly, we're slowly getting rid of the non-green gear here. So let's pop out here and see where we end up. I don't want to waste any consumables. Where am I in comparison to... There we go. Okay, so over here. And I'm hoping to not have to burn any potions or anything before I get back to the hub with its welcoming campfire. Yeah, it looks like I won. Which is good. And we're pretty close to level 13. Let's turn this guy in.
Fine work. Carry on.
There's my level 13.
The many arrows orcs have been aggressive.
So, well, you don't need to even heal up. Okay, so let's check out one or two small things. Let's first of all see what we got for hitting level 13. So we don't want. This is something I don't think we want to forget. Let's pull Entangling Force up and upgrade that to rank 2.
Slay many an orc today.
Spell Mastery.
Let me tell you about the relic hunt.
Oh, so I can get a 4th encounter power. That's cool. Anyway, I have a feat point.
Are you ready to die a heroic
This
death?
requires me to do something. I don't know what.
Knowledge is power.
We will slay many an orc today.
Okay, so we'll see how this all works out at some point in the future.
Let me tell you about the relic hunt contest.
And we have this new task, the broker, which we've already accepted a quest for that. Okay, so we have done some Tower District content. Stay tuned, check out the next video that's coming, and we'll get to Tower District Part 2. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. More Neverwinter of Cryptic Studios, free-to-play fantasy D&D-based MMORPG action in the new launch. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video and checking out this content. By all means, check the game out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Plenty of additional Neverwinter content is already up, and plenty more is on the way. And we've got plenty of other videos on other MMORPGs. And in the notes below, you can find a link to my website at ardwulf.wordpress.com. Links to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, so do that. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.